Hey, what's good, guys? It's Cahmron. Today I'll be showing you my gritty paint pounder 6'6" point guard build in NBA 2K26. This video is a little bit different. This is the build that I would like to submit to NBA 2K to try to get it in the game. I really like this build. I think it utilizes cap breakers well. I think it can have really great mismatch potential. It's a secondary rebounder. I really like the name as well. Got to have some grit, and who doesn't like pounding the paint? Has great potential with specialization. Can get some really nice dribble moves, play good defense, and I think overall this is a very well-rounded point guard build with some really unique strengths. And overall just can play in a different way than sort of what's popular right now in the game. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into how to make this gritty paint pounder, and then I will kind of show my recommendations on the cap breakers for this build. So first of all, your 6'6", 237-foot wingspan. I made this at point guard specifically because not a lot of point guards have high enough interior defense to really be able to stop kind of what this build does best. And what this build does best is drop step. It matches really well, gets standing stick dunks very well. We'll be able to get Hall of Fame hook specialist, which is something you potentially could use a max +1 on to go ahead and go legend. Depending on specializations, this build could get legend rise up or Hall of Fame rise up. You will be able to get 93 driving dunk on this build as well, which is really cool. So looking at the stats again, 92 close shot, gold paint prodigy. This is something I would want to put 2 caps on. 2 to 4, to be honest. 96 for Hall of Fame paint prodigy would be nice. I really like Cade Cunningham post hook. I think it does a really good job generating space, and you almost like run away from the basket whenever you do it. So I think it does a really good job at just making it a little bit more difficult to contest. 70 driving layup for bronze physical finisher. I really like this value spot. Obviously, you know, when you're sitting here at 68, it's kind of a no-brainer to go 70. 82 driving dunk. If you invest 5 caps in this, you're actually able to go 93 driving dunk, which I think is incredible value, especially on a more expensive attribute like driving dunk. Went 90 standing. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know I really like having high standing dunk on all my builds. Especially my 6'6", 6'7" guards. I think rise up can really get you great buckets when you cut, give you great mashing ability when you pair it with post control, and just give you more control over how you finish. Hence the name, gritty paint pounder. I think with the right stick down, kind of triggering those contacts, it's just a really good way to score and kind of mix up your offense on this build. 90 post is here as well. You get gold post powerhouse, gold hook specialist, gold post up poet. You drop 2 caps here as I mentioned earlier, and you will be able to get Hall of Fame hook specialist. Looking at the shooting, 73 mid-range, 83 3-ball. This is good to give you bronze limitless, bronze shifty shooter, bronze deadeye, and silver set shot. With the 73 midi, you do have silver post fade phenom as well, which is honestly an underrated badge, and I think having a pure green window, it's nice to kind of mix this shot up. 58 free throw, drop a cap or 2 here if needed. But again, got to make some sacrifices somewhere in this builder. 68 pass, drop 1 cap here. You will go 71. That will give you silver dimer. In my opinion, I think as a offense heavy score first sort of point guard build, generally you're going to command enough attention on the ball anyways. You're not going to need a crazy high pass accuracy because the whole point of this build is to get down into the paint, get some dunks, do a little bit of mashing, or try to get some rebounds. So 71 pass with your cap breakers I think is a good value spot in my opinion. 81 ball handle. I would drop 4 to 5 caps on here to go ahead and get some Zach LaVine dribble animations. Also, if you go 86, you know, you would get that silver ankle assassin. 71 speed with ball. You can actually drop a couple caps here to go 75, which will give you silver lightning launch. This is another good max +1 or max +2 candidate. You go max +2, you could have Hoff lightning launch. Max +1, you could have it on gold, which I think is good to have on a build that's more of a power finisher. 82 interior for silver post lock. I did this for switchability. Just in general, if they're doing a lot of screening or if someone's trying to mash on you in the paint, having this 82 interior I think will help you get that contest and kind of stop some of those post moves or just people trying to mash on you in the paint. 85 perimeter. This gives you silver on ball menace and gold immovable enforcer. I really like this spot for perimeter defense. Gold immovable, silver on ball is a great combination. And you also have silver pick dodger and silver challenger. Saying it over and over again, but all these are really great candidates as well for max +1s or max +2s. Potentially, you know, that gold on-ball menace, gold challenger could be a good stack. 55 steel, you will eventually, if you have enough caps, you could get this up to 60. Again, right, with a build like this, you've got to sacrifice somewhere. I just play really physical perimeter defense, try to cut people off from driving. And you've got this 80 block as well to give you silver high flying denier. 80 block is actually a animation threshold, so this 80 block gives you slightly better jump animations than the 78 that gives you silver high flying denier. But additionally as well, if you go over to takeovers that you have unlocked, you'll see we have board beast take, which boosts your offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and standing dunk, which is a really important part of this build. You have to have 80 block to be able to do that. Obviously 80 offensive rebound, 85 defensive rebound. This ties into your board beast, so you'll have 90 defensive rebound. You will have 85 offensive, and you will have 95 standing dunk on this build to pair with your 92-94 close shot to pair with the Hoff or Legend Rise Up. And I just think that's a really nice combination. Crasher lets you have better box out success. It lets you have really, really nice screens. And it kind of merged some parts of Glass Take from last year and some parts of the Blockade Takeover into one ability, and I really like this for this rebounding, paint pounding guard build. 85 speed, 83 agility. I did this for gold slippery off ball in that Jalen Suggs motion style. Fastest defensive sprint motion style in the game, so I just think if you're a guard, you pretty much have to try to target this on every build. 86 strength is for gold post powerhouse, 85 is for gold immovable. Also have badges like Hoff strong handle, silver brick wall, and silver post lock, which are all kind of tied into your strength. 75 vertical. If you put one cap into this, I believe it should go 80 vertical, which is obviously going to be required once you put 5 caps in driving dunk to go ahead and get that 93, and the full plethora of dunking animations you get at 93. You also will get gold pogo stick as well whenever you raise this, which I like. Looking at your shades, you've got shades of Luka Doncic, Magic Johnson, Cade Cunningham. And this is the gritty paint pounder build. Really, really like this build. I think it's got great potential. Absolute mismatch. No guard in this game will be able to guard you, and if they put a pure lock on you, it's just going to separate a sharp on your team or let a big get in the paint, and just overall, it's a really, really tough guard. So now we're going to go ahead and look at how some of these cap breakers end up lining up with this build. So cap breaker wise, as you can see, driving dunk, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's actually going to end up giving you 11, which is exactly what you need to go 93. That gives you some more contact dunk animations. That gives you gold posterizer, and I think it's a really nice value spot if you are trying to stick dunk very often. Close shot, I would drop 2 caps here eventually. Not the #1 priority, but I think Hall of Fame hook specialist on this build will be really nice for you. Potentially could get 2 caps in your driving layup to go 75 for that Jason Williams layup style. As you can see down here, drop 1 and pass to go 71. That will give you silver dimer. You'll need to drop 4 caps minimum into your ball handle to go ahead and get some Levine dribble animations, as well as some T-Mac size ups. Speed with ball wise, drop 2 caps here. That will give you 75 for that silver lightning launch, which, as mentioned earlier, could be a great max +1 or max +2 candidate. And on the vertical, drop 2 caps here to go 80. That's the missing piece to give you that gold posterizer once you have 93 dunk, and that's also going to unlock gold pogo stick on this build. In total, cap breaker wise, to achieve all this, you will need 2, 4, 8, 9, and 14. So 14 caps will give you 93 driving dunk. It will give you gold posterizer. It will get the vertical you need. It will give you 85 ball handle, 75 speed of the ball, and 71 pass. After that, what I would do is drop 2 into your close shot to go ahead and get Hall of Fame hook specialist. And from there, it's kind of up to you. Do you want to go ahead and go 86 ball handle? Do you want to try to just fully max out your speed with the ball, get the pass up, get the free throw up, try to get 96 close shot? Just a lot you can do with this build. And I think as you continue to play this game more and unlock more cap breakers, this build's really going to evolve into something that's really, really tough to stop. Build specialization wise on this build, I would probably go finishing take, just because of the ability to get this badge perk max +2. I think this is going to be incredibly glitchy on your rise up. This is going to let you have legend rise up at 6 foot, which is fully impossible in this game unless you use a max +2. Generally with these specializations, I like to try to do things that aren't possible in the builder, and a 6 foot having legend rise up definitely is up there with some of the craziest badges I've seen on a build. You also get another max +1 here. This I would probably drop into posterizer to go ahead and go Hall of Fame. So this build would have Hall of Fame posterizer and legend rise up, or you could flip-flop this to go legend poster and Hall of Fame rise up, but definitely would consider finishing as my number 1. Number 2 would probably be shooting. You just can't really go wrong. This would give you Hall of Fame set shot and silver deadeye or silver set shot, silver limitless, just again some nice value stuff for this. Shooting is another one to consider because with this max wingspan, you cannot get silver limitless right now, so your max +1 is the only way to do that. And again, as I mentioned, I kind of like to try to target things I normally cannot get in the builder. My third choice is playmaking, just for potential to be able to get that Hall of Fame lightning launch, as well as like gold ankle assassin. Rebounding is a good one if you truly want to go crazy. This would give you Hall of Fame rebound chaser, as well as Hall of Fame box out beast on a 6'6" point guard. So if you really like crashing, or if you really like getting extra possessions and turning those into standing dunks, this is one to consider. The defense grind is just really tough, and it's hard for me to sort of justify and encourage people to do that unless you really, really want it. And I know for a fact it would be great, but the grind is very tough on that with steals and blocks as requirements. So again, number 1 finishing, number 2 shooting. These are probably the main ones I consider, and finishing would be my number 1 just for the game-breaking ability of having all these great stats on this build. All these stats, you still have legend rise up or legend posterizer or Hall of Fame rise up on this build. On top of all this, on top of having your silver dimer, Hall of Fame strong handle, T-Max size up, Levine animations, Levine dribble style, ability to switch, silver on ball, crash or take to get that standing dunk and rebounding up, high strength, good speed, Suggs motion style. Just really, this is a build that I think is impossible to guard for a point guard, and that's exactly why I want to submit this as a creator build. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub. Let me know your thoughts on this build in the comments below as well. I'm really curious. I know a lot of my audience likes these post-scoring guards. If you're new to the channel, definitely is a really fun way to play this game, and I think it's a way to just make your opponents really have to kind of try to think on how they can beat you. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everybody has a great day. Peace.